And so begins a new day at the Abbey. Oh. Alright. Got a lot of work ahead of us today. Message from Robbie Reyes. We're doing another shop class. Sure. Alright. Blade wants to talk. Let's do that.
Been watching the way you handle yourself out there, Hunter. You're not bad. I was thinking
Right.
maybe it's time you and I compare moves.
Moves?
Oh.
As in combat?
More like a friendly competition.
I see. Alright.
A friendly competition, you say?
Well, recently resurrected teammate competition has less of a ring to it.
The feeling is mutual, Blade.
How about we just fight already?
Before we begin, is there anything else I should know?
Yeah, anything goes. Just don't touch the shades. Now, you want to say it or me?
Say what?
Ding ding.
Oh. Alright. With that, we've done some training, some friendly competition with Blade. Still don't know his name though, but one step at a time.
Thanks, Hunter.
This is a little cryptic.
It's a clue. Don't worry if you can't solve her riddles all at once. I'll translate new clues every night.
But the Abbey grounds are huge. How will I know where to look?
You used to love running around these grounds as a child. If you need a refresher, study your map.
Alright, use the Abbey map to find your way around the grounds. Can keep track of heroes, new regions, and arcades will also appear on the map. Yeah, I know this already. What are you telling me for? Okay, so... Oh, the shop. Oh, yeah, the shop. Okay. So Wanda's been digging around near my tomb. Does that mean there's clues here to be found? Maybe not right now, maybe later? Maybe at night? It's only this strange rune that I haven't been able to decipher yet. Oh!
Blessings of the goddess.
Well, look at that.
An elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar.
It didn't have a symbol on it. It didn't have a rune symbol on it. Did it? I don't think it did. Okay. So where was the, Oh, here we go. Return rod to elemental altar. Where is the waypoint on the map, though? It's only showing up on here. Okay, fine. I want to know if there's anything close to it. It's over there. Oh, Agatha's altar? Could that be it? Right, here we go. Alright. Earth rod.
There. Finished.
Coming right up. Let's see what we got. A moon seal. Interesting.
The moon seals are ancient talismans of the old gods. And in your case, they are the keys to unlocking an even greater gift.
Is that why Wanda was here? In pursuit of this gift?
Just as we started with you as a child, I allowed Wanda to experiment here, with the hope of focusing her powers through training in basic elemental magic.
Right.
But that is not what happened.
Wanda's connection to the old gods, to Chthon, was not the same as yours. She isn't descended from the blood, and the trials weren't meant for her.
But you knew this before she started.
I did. And you should understand that I regret not putting a stop to her efforts sooner.
Then what really happened here?
When Wanda tried to use this moon seal to access the next trial, the Bloodgate didn't open. But the seal's power did have an effect. She had visions, both terrible and somehow alluring at the same time. What started as idle curiosity became a compulsion for her.
And now I am on the same path. So, where is the next Bloodgate?
Beyond the Standing Stones, if memory serves. I doubt you'll have any trouble finding it.
Nope. No trouble at all. In fact, I believe I already know where it is. Precisely where. Should be right over here. There we go.
I should come back another
Oh. Bubkiss. Alright. Well, we tried. We know where to go. We know what to do now. So, at least there's that. Hello, Nico.
Hey, you know what sucks?
What's that?
Having your weapon manifest out of your chest. It feels weird.
I can imagine.
Your staff. Tell me about its properties.
Well, to summon it, I need to use my own blood. Pretty metal, right?
Blood does contain iron, yes.
Good thing I'm not queasy. Yeah, that would make me a pretty bad blood witch.
Why do you bleed?
That's just the price I pay. To top it all off, my staff only responds to a spell once.
So you must be decisive with your casting?
That's putting it lightly. I don't like to have the staff bursting from my chest like a baby alien for nothing.
Is it sentient?
Well, it has a name, the Staff of One, and it listens to my words, so kinda? Well, we don't need to get into the philosophy of it. That'll get me feeling all existential.
Noted.
Alright.
Thank you for letting me in on your pain.
Well, when you put it that way, you make it sound so emo.
Yes. I can see why. I can see how that can be related to the esoteric mystical order. Alright, time to defeat some enemies.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Shouldn't take long.
Let's get this party started.
Great help.
Bring about their end.
Alright. Not the best of starts, but not a bad start either.
Forever in service.
Nice.
That hurt a little.
Serve her with honor. Take them out. No one will touch you. You'll need all the help you can get.
Get the hell out of here.
How invigorating.
That was something. I'm on it.
Is that the best you've got? Not looking good here.
Don't mess with me.
Huh. Alright, never mind.
We will not fail.
Hardly a scratch.
Your mother. Delayed.
That wasn't very nice.
Still not gonna be enough. You had this coming.
That is one way of making your presence known.
You have earned this.
Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Here we go. Add some insult to injury. Sure. Oh, well, he's not stunned anymore, but oh well.
The enemy has the upper hand. for victory. Finally, it's my turn. You're gonna remember me. You've got nothing to fear. Spirits do not die.
Take this! One more time.
There we go.
It is nice not being on the receiving end of your wrath.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Hello, Robbie.
After some intense combat, I love to unwind with video games. Clash of Hellions, maybe Warman 3. Ninja with a shotgun is a great one. Heading to shop class. You in?
Sure.
I am ready.
Right on.
Good instincts, but you want to tighten up the array.
Like this?
Close. Here, I can show you.
What's all the, new equipment?
Ah, the supplies? No need to thank me. Donated to the cause, courtesy of 5 Stark subsidiaries.
Wow. It's really something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but just take what you need. I'll clear out the rest. I promise.
Awesome. That's great.
You don't sound enthused, Robbie.
Did you know Tony planned to do this?
No. Did you?
Nope. Maybe he can tell us what's going on.
Huh. What is wrong?
It's nothing.
Doesn't seem like nothing.
How's it going, boss? Ready to get your hands greasy?
Tony, why did you bring all this equipment?
Really? The old stuff has a junkyard horked up in an 80s machine shop vibe. Why? Were we supposed to vote on it?
Well, it's just that,
Do not worry about me.
Robbie, huh? He's usually so laid back. I didn't think he'd have a problem.
I cannot speak for him. The two of you should work it out.
All right, I'll fix it. So, about this situation, I get it. We're bumping elbows. But you kids are doing good work here. Whatever you want to do, I'll support it.
alright, well, it's good to hear.
I spoke with Tony about the equipment. He says he wanted to support shop class.
That's all?
That's all.
He believes he is helping. That is good enough for me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Look, you came here to make something. Don't keep Parker waiting. I guess I'll keep an eye on Tony. Make sure he doesn't do any crazy rich people stuff.
Like what?
We don't want to find a champagne waterfall in the break room, you know? Actually, that would be tight.
Glad you cleared that up with Tony. Now we can get to work. Another day for retooling. We have a few more ideas in the backlog if you want to check them out. I have the components you gave me. Always good to get ahead. I'm ready to put this together. How about you?
Of course.
I am ready.
See what we got. Call to arms. Double all heroism gains for 2 turns. Not bad. Also precision. The next Iron Man card played is not discarded. Redraw to reduce heroism cost by 1. Apply 2 weak. Nearby enemies take 15 damage. Ooh. These are both powerful. Suppose I'll take this one for now. Alright.
Well, that went not poorly. And that's a decent prototype. Just needs refinement before you bring it to market.
You plan to sell it?
It's only an expression. Although, nope, stopping right there.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Alright, well,
Is that it for today?
I believe so.
I am ready to go.
Alright. So before we tuck in for the night, let's go back to here to the stone terrace, and hopefully this time the blood-sealed door will be open for us. There we go.
The second blood gate. I should
Yes.
warn you, Hunter. You may find the trial ahead more difficult than I originally let on.
Oh.
The gods will push you harder, and you might very well fail.
And if I do?
You dust yourself off and you get back in there. Or you train, rethink your approach, and come back later, when you feel ready.
And what if I am hurt? Or worse still, what if something happened to Charlie?
Neither of you will be harmed, dear. That's not what this is about. The Elder Gods want to see what you're made of, but they're not out to get you. Well, except Cthon, but you already knew that.
Right.
I should make an attempt while I am here.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself. You're the only one getting an opportunity like this.
I will do my best.
Oh, and Hunter? I
Yes?
should mention, you'll only be able to make 1 attempt at the trials per night. Even the old gods grow weary of their children eventually. Good luck.
Right. Alright. Recommended player level 8. Current player level 6. Ooh. But I really want to learn this new word of power. Alright, I'll tell you what. We'll try doing it at level 6. If we fail, then we're gonna leave this door open until we are level 8 and come back here. So we'll give it a shot now. Maybe it's not challenging. Maybe we can find a workaround. Even if it is challenging, we can sort of find a workaround and exploit. We'll see. Defeat 16 Lilin within 4 turns to complete the trial.
When many of the Elder Gods were
I see.
corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Honor you with his blessing.
No mercy for the servants of God. You were too weak for this fight.
Interesting.
Slow me down.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work. He became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demogorg, the God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work. Some for the rest of us. Your mother abandoned you. Hardly a scratch.
Just imagine how much more difficult this would be if Charlie wasn't there to join you. I think you owe her a treat after this.
Your fate is sealed. Feel my call. The light is on our side. Let us see if they have an answer for this. I am impressed. You have earned this.
facing me.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And with live targets, too.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Now that was something. Welcome assistance.
Oh, objective complete. Okay. Survive for 4 turns. Alright, I just need to survive. And I think we're gonna be able to survive. Let's see. Unless... Ooh.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will.
Oh.
Good work, Hunter.
There we go. If you say so, Agatha. If the gods are pleased, then who am I to argue? Come on, man. What's with that backdrop? Come on. Anything is better than that backdrop. Come on. Come on, man. Alright. This one is a bit hellish, if you will. So. Oops. Just gonna do that, and then we're gonna move Hunter a little bit down. Yeah. Good enough. Alright. So finally time to learn this new word of power. The second word, which means that we're only halfway there. But everywhere I go, I just see that symbol on the ground. There are the brittle, weak walls. I guess that's gonna be another word of power that can unlock them. And then there's a fourth one, apparently. So... Alright. Enough waiting around. Let's get in there, hand over the moonstone thing, and be on our way. No journal entries this time, no caretaker journal. Well, maybe later on.
This looks like it belongs here.
There we go. Calling on Autumn allows you to reveal all manner of mysteries hidden from view. These may be long-forgotten structures or events that cannot be detected with the naked eye.
With Atum's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds.
Yes.
Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
Alright, I will do exactly that. Wanda's journal. Oh, Wanda's been here too. I don't belong here. I felt it before I even stepped foot inside. It's like a complete rejection of who I am. Like Atum himself is here, pushing back against me. I'll try again another time, but today, it feels so hopeless. I can't tell Agatha about this. I know she's counting on me. Everyone else too. It's so much pressure, but I won't let them down. I can't. Interesting. Reveal.
Autumn reveals all.
Intriguing. Oh.
This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia with the Abbey to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that,
Well,
your mother
suppose.
and Sarah both saw the signs of Cthulhu's influence. They
Right.
knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Cthulhu's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wondercore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Yes, thank you. Alright. See what we can find. Any interesting notes or things to see?
Was this always here? I may have forgotten a few things, but I feel as if I would remember a decrepit church on the grounds.
You may not remember the structure, but maybe you've heard of the man responsible for it? Hiram Shaw? This was his house of worship, and like a great many things on the grounds, Sarah preferred to keep it in a sort of mystic quarantine. Even I haven't been inside.
Is that all she did while I slept? Seal things off for our protection?
She can be overzealous at times, but in this case, she was right to be wary.
So, what dark secret does this place hold?
When Hiram Shaw first came to Salem, he was little more than a charlatan posing as a preacher. He managed to convince a few desperate souls to join his congregation, and with their help, he broke ground on this church. Whether it was coincidence or fate, In digging beneath the church, Shaw found something that would change the course of all of our lives. A long-forgotten page of the Darkhold.
Oh.
If Shaw found a page of the Darkhold, it was because Kuthan wanted it that way.
I tend to agree. That cursed book is always seeking out a way to return its master to power.
And a power-hungry preacher makes for the ideal messenger of darkness.
Yes, Shaw was an eager study, consumed almost immediately by the whisperings of Kuthan and the Darkhold's power. Nearly overnight, the people of Salem, old and new, were at his threshold, waiting for the word.
Alright, so am I supposed to do this? Oh, okay. So there doesn't have to be the symbol on the door. Most closed or locked doors can be opened. So that's good to know. Journal of Hiram Shaw. I was wrong to let my heart linger on the thoughts of Lilith. She and her foul sister are worse than I could have imagined. She has even corrupted a man from my congregation to her cause. These women have more influence than that coven. Even without their roots in this village, my congregation's size falters. I raise my hands to Kuthan nightly, crying out for guidance. Huh. Oh. This scroll contains more influence than I initially perceived, for it is not merely power within, but corruption beyond my wildest imaginations. For each mark upon the land, a page could have been traced to its location, aligned to a person of power who handled fragments of the blasphemous tome. I have come to believe that the dark and destructive events that plague this land are not the chronological rhythms fate has set in motion, but the Darkhold's sway. Ooh. Sometimes the look of the brew is more important to its effects than the taste. Unlocked recipes, Fury Totem, Greater Strength Tonic. Alright. Open.
Blessings of the goddess.
Oh. The Hierophant. Professor X channels his power to raise the knowledge necessary to be shared with his peoples. He holds in his hands the key to understanding. This card represents guidance and wisdom from a teacher. It pains me to set these words to page, for my cause is righteous. Any admittance of weakness I find unfathomable. But I must tread with the utmost care. The Whispering Spectre is intensified, testing my will at every turn. This page, I have come to realize that it is responsible for the corruption of not only the souls of man, but the destruction of entire civilizations throughout history. Today, it is the people of Salem that suffer. Oh dear. Oh? What's this?
The ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
Interesting. Well, this keeps getting more and more interesting. Alright, well, let's keep looking around here. Around the unwarded area. See if there's anything else for us to find.
Autumn does not answer.
Oh dear. Oh, my journal. The cold depths of winter challenges all. I am grateful for Agatha and her control of the elements, especially fire, on these dark days. It is hard to believe that even with the threat of Lilith looming, that cold and hunger can draw up so much of our energy. Agatha brings me to her altar to train now, and says that by the end of winter I will also be a master of the elements. I look forward to that day, if only to leave the snow behind us. That's nice. Alright. I suppose that's it for this area.
Hello, Hunter.
Did Wanda ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did. But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds.
Sure.
As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
Certainly.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not. Until we speak again.
Yes. Until then, Agatha. Oh. Piece of Wanda's journal. What a strange place this is. So much terrible history and so much corruption. But the energy here draws me in. Maybe it longs to be cleansed of the evil of Hiram Shaw. After all, this was once a place of peace and community before... before everything. I found a page of a journal from back then, written by Shaw himself. I almost thought the page could have some kind of bad energy, but it was just a piece of paper in the end. Although, it's made me wonder about what I know to be true around here. I trust Caretaker and Agatha completely, but I'm starting to think that I don't know as much as they've let me believe. Oh, the Empress. Storm channels nature's power in the elements, harnessing a frightful storm with little effort. This card represents pleasure and prosperity, and a strong natural influence. Cool.
Intriguing.
Old Salem Cemetery. Okay. Caretaker's journal. Today I told the child of their mother. I tried to be gentle but clear. Agatha brought her warmth and comfort to the conversation, and I think she is the reason the child shed no tears. At 6 years old, it was time. We have defended the Abbey against Lilith and her Lilin, but soon enough she will grow stronger. We keep the secrets that we must, but the child must know what hides in the shadows of the world. Oh, she must be talking about me.
Agatha's house. That is something.
There's 5 strange glyphs again. Handbook of the Wilds. Why is this? Okay. This has to be important then. The Aztec revered the mushroom as the flesh of the gods, frequently serving them with honey and chocolate. Other species, such as the deathcap, were quite poisonous when ingested. Scotch bonnet were known to grow naturally in ring-like formations, sometimes referred to as fairy circles. These were often thought to improve fertility and bring good fortune to relationships. Alright. Caretaker's journal. This is not the Lilith that I know. That is not my sister. I witnessed her seal away that horrid preacher in a damp cave with an unbreakable ward. We could have healed the darkness of his heart, or provided him a merciful death at the very least. To leave him to fester and slowly slip away into a painful death. ... I have never witnessed such cruelty from her, and now it seems she is nowhere to be found. I traced her to her gardens, perhaps to repent for what she had done, but it's as if she has vanished. Agatha. Heimdall has aided me in the transfer of Loki's confiscated cauldron. It will be delivered to the location you marked in your letter, the same letter that found its way to Asgard and directly into Odin's hand. Your request caused a great deal of excitement, prompting Odin to appoint me to the newly formed position of Asgardian warrior clerk to arrange the transfer. I cannot think of a better way to utilize my abilities than to act as your delivery girl. From Valkyrie. Cauldron manifest. Is this really necessary? Ooh. A grimoire. Caretaker's journal. Lilith returned to the Abbey several nights ago, clutching the babe. It was as if the illness had never touched her. And when I looked into her eyes, my sister was gone. Who or what remained, I did not recognize. She pleaded with me, on her hands and knees no less, but I could sense the magic of the Darkhold all over her. She's been cast out, the Abbey is sealed, and I find myself the caretaker of a child. Although I didn't know Lilith all that well, I should have imagined the hunter would be an energetic child, given their lineage. While Sarah acts as the ever-vigilant stickler for order and reason, I've become something of a silent partner in crime for the hunter's hijinks around the Abbey. Of course, I would never interfere with their training or education, but someone has to encourage things like exploration and creativity. It'd be nice if the hunter had someone their own age to spend time with. I'm not sure a couple of old witches make for the best companions to a child. Sometimes I have to remind Sarah that there's more at stake here than just training a powerful demon hunter. She means well, of course, and I know she loves the hunter as her own. Still, they're going to drive each other crazy at this rate. Maybe some kind of pet will help? Huh. Oh. The world. Uatu, the Watcher, is always lingering just beyond the world, observing and learning. This card represents accomplishment in becoming whole, along with reaching the finale of a chapter. Fragments of raw earth. Caretaker's journal. A witch appeared at the Abbey today. I cannot say from where she came, nor what it is she wants, but Agatha is a truly fascinating and gifted woman of great magical ability. She brought a basket of warm food with her, and despite myself, I couldn't turn her away, even if I had wanted to. She told me that she sensed the child of magic, and her heart drew her here. I think that I believe her, though I know that I have no reason to. This is when the caretaker and Agatha met for the first time. Fascinating. Oh, my journal. Feels almost as if Sarah and Agatha are running short of challenges to throw in my direction. Have I truly changed so much that my power can no longer be satiated by these two spellcasters? No longer do I fear the darkness within me, or the light. I have conquered them both and embraced many facets of my being. The many facets of my being. Darkness and light. Blood and human. Human. Oh. Arcana level up. Common chests no longer require an arcane key. Oh. That is quite the upgrade. Oh, Wander's journal. I made a terrible mistake. My powers are growing stronger and I'm losing control. But that isn't the worst of it. I went to the reflecting pool today to try to search for guidance, but Chthon heard me, and I felt I felt a strange connection to him. I broke away as fast as I could, but it was like his powers channeled through me, and the ground grew cold and blackened beneath my feet. I thought that I could use what I've challenged from Hippos to push it back, but I am so tired. Oh, the Emperor. T'Challa stands guard before the different regions he battled for the title of Black Panther. This card represents ambition and leadership, and a protection over one's home. Okay. Encyclopedia Decoctio. Okay, if you say so. Oh, it's another one of these statues. Let's pay our respects.
If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker, a notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him.
Oh. What's this? The High Priestess, Jean Grey, stands powerfully and summons flames from her palms, holding her stance and waiting for the next move. This card represents instincts and wisdom with a hint of mystery. How did I miss this? Odd.
He sees our path.
Intriguing. Ah. Right. Alright, let me quickly just head back to Agatha's cottage. There we go.
Fascinating.
Okay, so triangle, half moon, Cyclops, mountain, V. Triangle, Cyclops, wait. What? Let's head back again. Did I even get that part right? No, I didn't. It's half moon first. So it's odd. Okay. Triangle. Triangle, half moon, Cyclops, mountain, V.
That did not work.
Oh. Never mind. I guess it's the order that's in the Abbey. The one that's back here. How did that one go? That one went V. V, triangle, half moon, mountain, Cyclops. 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 Excellent. Now can we do the other combination? Which was, again, let's try to remember. What did it start with? Did it start with triangle? Yeah, triangle. Triangle, half moon. Cyclops. Mountain. V. Ah. Alright. We're getting there. Just need one more. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Hit the payload here, boys. Alright. I'm trying to remember, did we ever encounter another combination like that? I don't remember. If we did, then I don't remember. So, oh well. I guess this will remain a mystery for now.
Was this bowl always here? Almost as if it were meant to be here.
Huh. Interesting.
A perfect fit. I think that works. Fits right in.
Okay, so what do I get in return? Do I have to come back the next day? Oh, the Hanged Man. Bucky is restrained by Hydra, but waits patiently for the right moment to break free from the prison in his world and his mind. This card represents letting go of that which cannot be controlled and adaptation.
Fine, speak.
I have something for you.
Oh?
Here you are.
Wonderful. We can use it in the ritual.
Excellent. Glad to be of help. Now where is... Oh! Well, look at that.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
You seem to have found the library.
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not.
Of course not.
The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way.
Yes, it's just down this way.
Venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night.
I understand, Doctor, but...
It's Tony nervous, you see. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shah. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic personality and a fearful populace can do much evil together.
There was more to it than that.
Yes, I suspected as much.
And here we are.
You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently.
Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Caretaker has shown no hesitation to sealing off the grounds at her discretion.
True, Caretaker could find the resources to create a ward if she put her mind to it.
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
Very well. I didn't expect this to be easy anyway, so I'll leave you to it. Ah, there you are.
Never a dull moment.
So...
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them. Before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong. And when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shah had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery. And for the longest time, I blamed myself.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on. But that doesn't mean I won't always carry that pain with me.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really do.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional elder god.
That's
The
it.
Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
Is that so?
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, the Knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
I see.
I have heard that Wanda's power comes from Chthon.
The way I understand it, as a child, Wanda and her family lived in Transia, not far from Mount Wundagore. Within that mountain, the Dark God Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence an ongoing threat to the people of Transia.
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, she proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not
I
sound
see.
like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind,
No.
Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. But she is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well given the same circumstances.
Right.
Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the altar?
Another artifact Wanda was toying with but could never make work. I'm curious. Next time you find yourself there, place something in the bowl and speak an Elder God's name.
Ah.
Perhaps it will work for you now that you have their blessing.
Alright. I needed to speak a name. That was the missing ingredient. Definitely not gonna read all that. Alright, nope. Let's build up our arcana. Alright, reading some stuff. Light reading, skimming, if you like. But oh, dagger, common gift. Okay. Alright, now that we have a more clear idea on what to do there. Alright, well, the first part is done. We placed a gift. And now we do that.
Maybe I should come back later. This does not seem to work right now.
Does it work only during the day, or? Or am I doing something wrong? Or maybe I do have to wait. Well, either way, it doesn't seem that we're gonna get any answers.
Does not seem right to intrude in their space.
Yeah, right. Whatever you say. Alright, yeah, so either way, I don't think we're gonna be able to get anything done right now. So, I think it's finally time for a rest. It's been quite the long night.